Hey everyone, I hope all is well. This is just a quick video to go over the installation and licensing of ToolManageriQ. And it's pretty much the same whether you're going to be doing a trial or you're an official customer, or whether you're using the standalone version versus the integrated version that works in GibbsCam. So it all starts by getting the installer itself. So you can come to ToolManageriQ.com and either sign up for the free trial, put in your details, and it'll bring you to the downloads page. Or if you're already a paying customer, that's fine too. And I'm going to use the ToolManageriQ 3.0 installer here, but I will mention that there are some older installers if you're using an older version of GibbsCam. So you just want to download this executable file. And once you do that, just download it somewhere that you can find it, and you'll have something like this, and you'll be able to run that either by double clicking. You can right click it and run, or run as administrator sometimes is required, and that should start the installation process. Now right off the bat, I got a administration message asking me if I want to run it, so I said yes. And here's the first step in the installation process. So I'm just going to read this, of course, all the way through and say I accept and press next. And then I'm going to choose what I want to install. So if there's any reason you want to only install one element, then you can choose either the SQL Server, the integrated version, or the standalone version. And that doesn't mean necessarily it won't install the other things. It knows what the prerequisites for each of those are. Or in this case, I'm just going to do a full install so that it installs all of them. And press next. It's going to scan my system, looking for the GibbsCam installations. And this installer is good for GibbsCam 2024, so I might as well select that there and press next. And that's the one. Obviously the standalone will be in the standalone folder, which is just a regular application, but it's important to choose the right GibbsCam installation here, because that's where you'll actually have ToolManageriQ installed too. And press next. And the whole start menu thing, if you want to have an entry in there, and same with the desktop shortcut, that can be useful. You can opt in or out of those. And then once you press the install button, once you're happy with all your selections, that'll put all the files where they need to go and put ToolManageriQ onto your system. And it's a quick installation, so it won't take long here. And once it's finished, it'll have the finish button, and you can press that, and as of now, it's installed. So whether you go into now the GibbsCam version that you have, that you installed it to, if you've seen the previous videos, you know it has a button in there, of course, you can run. But for this example, it's just a little clearer for me to use the standalone version. So if I try to run that now, any of the versions, without a license, it's going to see that, and it's going to give me this dialog. And I can enter in my information and then save a request file. So that's just going to be an REQ file. So you'll end up with something like this. And once again, save it where you know where it is, because you're going to want to send that to support@toolmanageriq.com. And that's also the email that you can send any support questions to. But if you send that request file to that email, then we'll send you back a license file. And that is going to be something like this, which is an LIC extension. So email the request file, get this in return, save this where you know where it is, and then you can just drag this license file and drop it onto that window, and that will import the license. And you can see it's imported successfully, so that means it's put that license file into the folder where it needs to be. And now I should have all of the permissions that that license gives me. And in this case, it's the standalone version, so you can see it's opening now, it's working fine. Whether you have Fritz or not will be tied to the license and things like that. And you'll have to do that same thing on the GibbsCam side. So each version runs on something as far as what it's looking to when it licenses. So the standalone version will run on the computer and lock to it, but GibbsCam 2023 and 2024 have different customer numbers. So for those two versions, you'll have to run the license and make a request file for each one, and then we'll be able to license each one as well. So maximum 3 of these you'll have to do depending on whether you want to use all of those versions or not. So hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, again, that support@toolmanageriq.com email is open. You can send in your questions. You saw the website there as well. So enjoy the free trial if you get it, and let us know if you have anything that comes up.